Hello there, Stevie. Have fun with your lurk. As always, I'm gonna wait for the recap to pass and then I'm gonna start. For the ads to roll, that's what I meant to say. Hold on, let me. I got to turn something on. Shouldn't be a problem anymore. Okay, everybody, welcome to Professor Layton and the Lost Future EU version, or Unwound's Future US version. Luckily, this game gives us like a little recap before every time we started, so I don't have to do that manually. As they approach Chinatown, our heroes are blocked by two family henchmen at the gate. This encounter reminds Layton of the Inspector Chelmy and some questions he'd like to ask him. Aided by future Luke, Layton and Luke look forward for a way to return to the present to speak to Chelmy. This, the future Luke thing is kind of confusing sometimes for the brain. Chapter 4, back to the present. This music is so nice. Say, when was that lighthouse on the river built? About 5 years ago. Did anyone comment on its peculiar location? Building a structure like that in the middle of the river seems to serve little purpose. That's not untrue, Professor, but let's discuss the city later. We need to make for the clock shop. Oh, thank goodness you're here. London's most debonair man requires some assistance. Right, what's the matter? It's that blasted bird over there. The dreadful creature swooped down and plucked my best cufflinks right off my sleeve. What bird? Ah, that bird, my favorite bird. Oh, that must be the bird that fella is talking about. Oh wow, a parrot! Don't just stand there staring. Grab the winged menace before it flaps off. You may not have noticed, sir, but we're in a bit of a hurry here. Luke, listen to yourself. Don't you remember what the professor always says? Helping people in need is the duty of every gentleman. A very good point, Luke. Very well, then let's think. This bird clearly likes shiny objects. Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have anything shiny we could borrow for a moment? Of course, what sort of gentleman would be without the proper accoutrements? Here, I always carry a garnet for when I need to accessorize with a little flash. Oh dear. What's wrong? Curse, the garnet has fallen into the bottom of my case and I can't reach it. You're not making it very easy for us to help you. Indeed, we have to solve the riddle to find the garnet. Ah, yes, one of those. Red garnet has fallen to the bottom of this cluttered briefcase. Can you move the garnet to the opening at the top by sliding the clutter out of the way? There's no way to move that. Now I've blocked myself in. What this? I don't think that serves any purpose. I think that one, I don't know, even know if you have to move it. Move that, I cannot move that up, so the garnet cannot go there. Ah, this is gonna be a bit of a time-taking thing, I have the feeling. I would love to exchange these two, but I don't know if that's even possible. Ah, how about that? That took way more turns than it should have. It's okay. There we go.
Success!
Okay, just look at the sparkling gem. Nice. Ah, there we are. With any luck, this flashy gem will attract the parrot. See if you can tame him when we get close. Leave it to me. Right, and here it goes. Arrgh. Here he comes. Arrgh. I don't know how to mimic parrot noises. Don't worry, Vi, we won't hurt you. You don't say. You know, that bird seems pretty fond of you, Luke. Are you friends now? Of course. Well, now that you're friends, why don't you give him a name? Good idea, Professor, but what should I name him? Anybody want to think of a name? Not I don't know. I will like look up like a random name generator if nobody has any name ideas for the parrot. I mean, just for fun, I could name him Pericles. Those who know the reference know the reference. I'm gonna go with Pericles, why not? I'm gonna go with C instead of K. I don't know what the original spelling of that name actually is, but yeah. Hello, nice to meet you, I'm Pericles. Hello there, I'm Luke. It's nice to meet you too, Pericles. Nice work, Luke, that was amazing. Of course, what else would you expect from the apprentice of the great Professor Layton? Indeed. We got the parrot minigame, and I love the parrot so much. He's so cute, look at him. You have a new feathered friend, Pericles the parrot. The parrot minigame has been added to the trunk. First have the parrot play with Luke to learn the basics. Once you've done that, you'll have the chance to do lots more with your parrot friend. We are gonna, as always, do those minigames in the end, cause why not? Except when we find the pieces for the one of them, we might do them earlier, but yeah. Thank goodness you caught that fluffy fiend. What a fine young man you two are. Keep at it, and one day you each become a true gentleman, just like myself. Glad we could help. Here's your garnet, and I believe these cufflinks are yours too. Oh yes, there we are. With these in place, I'm even more devastatingly handsome than before. And I believe you two young men deserve something for your trouble. Oh, there's really no need, sir. Helping people is a reward enough for any gentleman. At least it should be. Okay, they don't really have anything new, I see. Do you have anything? No, you're still mad. Yeah. He's still mad at us for solving his riddle so easily. You know, let's take the path on the left up here. The left? Well, that way take us back to Midland Road as well. It will, and in half the time. Ah. Okay, does she have anything to say? No. You know, I'm trying to see if there's any riddles. Hello there, like this one. Oh? I see you're staring at me. What do you need, boy? Oh, nothing, sir. Just saw you there and thought I'd say hello. Yeah, you've got some guts trying to say hello to me. It makes me laugh, yeah. It's been a while since I had myself a chuckle like that. Let me thank you with a puzzle. The four children below were playing in a park when they suddenly realized that they had to go home. Their haste over, they mixed up their coats. A. I left my coat in the park. B. Hey, A's name is written in this coat, so this one is A's coat. C. Oh no, I didn't bring any coat out with me, but now I'm wearing someone else's. Indeed, this coat isn't mine. Okay, so C had no coat at all. Which means C is wearing D's coat, and D is wearing A's coat. I hope I got that right, we shall see. Yes, of course. Phew.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
What's with that echo in that? That's right, the answer is C. A, B, and D all had coats with them. B is wearing A's coat, that leaves B and D's coats. But since D isn't wearing his own coat, he must be wearing B's. As such, you know that C is wearing D's coat. Yes. Let this puzzle be a lesson to you. If you're careless with your things, you lose them. Here, take this. I found it over there. You must have left it behind the last time you were here. Yay, we got it. Oh gosh, that adventure looks oddly familiar. I bet the view from the observatory is out of this world. It's rather nice, but we don't have time to stop. We must press on the clock shop. Of course, we still have time for hint coins. I wonder if that haze is caused by pollution. Maybe. It's not what I meant. Okay, I don't know where the rest is. Midland Road is just on the other side of that door. I go and open it. Hey, the door's locked. Locked? It can't be. Budge over, Luke. I got it open. How strange, it really is locked. Look at this, you two. There's an unusual set of numbers embedded in the door. Missing tie-ins, huh? To open the door, place 4 numbered tiles in the blank space so that all the conditions set forth by the equations are fulfilled. Yay. Four plus 6 is 10. There's 2.5. And 4 times. That can't be. Okay. It needs to be a lower number then. 10, and it must be an even number. How about we go for 9, which is... Nah, but 6 times 3 is... Again, not possible with the pluses. In 1 times... So, 2 plus 3 is 5. You got 1 times 5. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 2 times 3 is 6. I think that's how it works.
Allow me to present my solution.
No? Yes, okay. He makes like a weird face before 7-3. Brilliant, here's the one possible solution. The right and left halves of each equation are interchangeable. Additionally, since each half of the equation involves the addition or multiplication of a pair, the order of numbers in each pair can be switched without affecting the overall result. Nice. Phew. Wonderful work, Big Luke. I think it's a little early for congratulations, Professor. This door still won't open. If the puzzle isn't keeping the door shut, what is? Well, suppose it's time for Plan B. This might seem too obvious, but would you two help me give this door a push? Certainly, it does seem we have run out of other options after all. Hello there, Anthony. Welcome. Ready, everyone? All together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah. What's that man doing on the ground? This fellow must have fallen asleep against the door. It just goes to show that every puzzle has an answer. Well, think fast, Professor, because the answer is coming this way and he doesn't look happy. Oi, what do you think you're doing, kicking down my nap door? You woke me up. We're terribly sorry, sir. Please understand, we had no idea you were there. Oh, not you again. Look, I can't deal with that hat of yours right now. I'm out of here. Convenient. Oh dear, it seems I have driven that poor man off. I wouldn't pay too much heed, Professor. Besides, we need to keep moving towards the clock shop. We're nearly there now. I'm doing pretty okay. Tell me, did you happen to notice that peculiar flower growing in an abandoned shop on Midland Road? Why? What's so special about this particular flower? It supposedly attracts puzzles that have disappeared from their original locations. Like a Venus flytrap for puzzles? That's what they say anyway. I never seen it for myself. But if those rumors are true, we'll be able to retrieve any puzzle we left behind. I'd say that's reason enough to visit the shop. What do you say, Professor? Well, we've nothing to lose, I suppose. The shop in question is just a quick stroll away, and being able to visit the lost puzzles would be very useful. Then what's stopping us? Let's go! Just a bit allergies again. But else, I'm doing good. Hope your day was well and that you're doing good. As soon as I see if she has something. Okay, she doesn't. So it must be here. Doing at least
Watch
decent.
out, Professor! There's a bee over there!
Now, Luke, I'm sure he won't hurt us, as long as we don't bother him.
If you say so.
You know, I've never seen a bee quite like this. Can you try talking to him, Luke?
I suppose I can try.
Well, look at Mr. Tall out here. Clearly he knows a bee of distinction when he sees one.
Wow. You're not like any bee I've ever met.
Indeed.
Isn't that what I just said? Well, it's true. I'm no run-of-the-eye bee, but I do try to blend in.
You'd probably have better luck blending in if you didn't talk.
Fair.
Sure, whatever you say, smart guy. But listen, I've got something you should hear. You know those puzzles you don't get around to solving? Well, they all come hang out with me. You see, I have what you might call one of them magnetic personalities.
Wait.
And arms,
Are you
which is
saying
weird.
you've got the same job as Granny Riddleton?
Granny who? I don't know no grannies. But my name is Beasley. I'm gonna tell you how to peruse those puzzles now. So listen good.
Huh. I'm all ears.
Tap that flower over there to see a list of all the puzzles I've got. It's as simple as that.
I mean, not that we didn't know
So
that before.
anytime you get a craving to solve some of the puzzles you left behind, come here. Did that all make sense? Because people tell me I do tend to drone on. Get it? Drone?
It makes perfect sense.
All right then. You have fun with those puzzles, and I'll be here if you need me.
Missed opportunity, they should have written I'll be here. But oh well. Let's check if we have any. I wondered why letting the floor get overburdened with puzzles, you follow?
All I'm saying is, don't leave puzzles for tomorrow when you can solve them today.
Well, we found all of them so far, so I guess that's good. We don't have any puzzles to burn the flower with. They did miss out of it there, yeah, indeed. Hello there. Pen is... hold on. My stylus is losing its thing again. Ever since I replaced the grip on it, sometimes the middle part randomly pops out since the grip is a bit tighter around that. There's nothing I can do about it, except for putting it back in place, of course. I just need to do that, or else I cannot click anything with it. Said I need to... No. Ah, great. This is going super. Okay, that's a bit better. Good job, fellows. Can't you see you're standing in the middle of a building site? It's good to see that you're making progress with the construction work. If only that were the case. We had a snack. See, look at those birds there. They're very odd shape. What are you using them for? Diddy squad, we got crates of these things, but I can't use them. I need square boards, you see. What's a man to do? Well, he gives us a riddle to solve his problems. How about this?
That should do the trick.
I didn't even need to read the riddle there. You just were supposed to make the board square. Sharp answer, that wasn't too hard, was it? Now they need to cut all of them, I guess. Hey, look at that! One cut and I got the square boards. Thanks for the idea, mate. Well, one cut, that's zigzag, so you won't be able to do that with any most saws to like get it nice and straight, so... Yeah, not really one cut. There's the shop. The door was locked earlier and no one would answer it when we knocked. That's because you didn't know the secret knock. Watch this. Come on in. Go on, try the door now. It looks like no one's here. Well, look who's back. What are you doing hiding there? I see you've learned the secret knock theory. Actually, I was the one who did the knocking spring. Is Cock around? Ah, there you are, Luke. Cock is in the back room. Oh, so you know the owners of the clock shop, Luke? I must have forgotten to mention that earlier, but yes, Spring and Cock have been helping me. I think Cock can explain better than I can, though. You should ask him. Alright, let's hear what he has to say. Does he have a riddle or something for us? I don't know. I just want to, like, see if we... Okay, no, they don't. I thought I heard voices out front. Nice to see you again, Professor, and, Luke, the Professor's apprentice. Yes, Luke, of course. Would you mind telling them about the wormhole and how it started, Cock? I think it would help to have everyone on the same page. It'd be my pleasure. Now then, Luke, smaller Luke, that is. Yes? Tell me that. What does this contraption behind me look like to you? A big old clock. Right, you're. By my estimate, this clock is well over 100 years old. The old girl needs a lot of TLC to keep chugging along, so I spent quite a bit of time in maintenance. I was right in the middle of oiling her gears one day when two family fucks burst in. Here we go. This has gotta be the place the boss was talking about. To right. Hey boss, there's a big clock here, just like you said. It's a proper antique look. Hey you, what you think you're doing barging into my shop? Get your hands off my clock. Shut it, old codger. You don't tell us what to do. Don't you know who you're dealing with? I'm dealing with a loaf of clods who won't get out of my shop. I'd keep a silver tongue in my head if I were you, Granddad. Now get out of the way, we gotta get you to keep here. What are you clones waiting for? Get to work. If we don't get a move on, things won't be ready in time for you know. Sorry boss, we're doing our best, but Granddad here's got his knickers in a twist. Then throw him out into the street, you numpty. Let me go, you villains. We're just gonna go for a little walk, alright, Granddad? You keep your filthy hands off my clock, you hear me? We're just about on schedule, but we have to wait until the exact time the boss said to turn this thing on. That's all I heard before those brutes threw me out of my own shop. It wasn't until later that I found out what the fox wanted from my little clock shop. See, the family was funding the construction of a time machine by a group of scientists. I think the idea was to use it to create some kind of wormhole. But how could I do that? Search me, I was all mumbo-jumbo, something about opening up a vortex in the flow of time. Anyways, things didn't go exactly to plan for whatever reason. I see, so somehow this hole in time appeared in this clock for a few years. That's more or less it. This clock has been ticking away for over 100 years. My guess is that something about the clock's age caused the warp point to gravitate to this spot. The wormhole, or whatever it's called, became a part of my clock. The thing is, I'm the only one who can keep the old girl running. Which means, like it or not, I'm the only person who can open and close the wormhole. Wow, that's really weird. It's a burden, what it is. Once the family realized, they forced me to work the clock for them. After a while, Cock wind of Cock's situation. It goes without saying that he's not a member of the family. In fact, the family's been nothing but a source of trouble for him. It certainly sounds like it. So I approached Cock and Spring and explained my plan to them. They agreed to help, and Cock fired up the machine so that I could get my message to you. And upon receiving your letter, I let my curiosity take Luke and myself on a journey that led here. That's quite a plan you concocted, Big Luke. Thank you, but it's about to get even more interesting. Oh. Professor, with Cock's help we can send you and Luke back to your own time. You'll be able to speak to Inspector Chelmy there, but you'll come back to put a stop to what's going on here when you're finished, won't you? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Luke. I keep my promise and I intend to solve the problem here. It's what a gentleman would do. Thank you, Professor. That was exactly the answer I was hoping for. I wouldn't dream of leaving things here in the state. You said it yourself, Luke. The only one who can stop Herschel Layton is Herschel Layton himself. That's true. My apologies. I should have never doubted you. Let me see here. Yep, you've solved at least 30 puzzles. Seems you've done enough research to take your investigations back to your own time. Hopefully you'll learn something there that will help clear up the terrible situation there. Yes, I hope so. Now then, Croc, if you would be so kind as to start up the clock. I hope you understand if I stay here. I don't wish to risk distorting the events of the past any more than necessary. I agree. Besides, with the poor inspector's eyes would likely pop out of his head if I turned off with 2 Lukes. Yeah, kind of. Wow, that actually sounds quite funny. Too bad you can't come back, Luke. Okay, she's all ready to go. Let's get going. There we are. Ugh, I feel sick. Are you going to be alright, Luke? You look positively pea green. I feel sort of seasick. My ears are stuffy and the ground feels like it's made of marshmallow. That'll be time sickness. The first jump I made didn't feel very well either. Well, Cook, we're going to head off now and see what we can find out. Sounds good. I'll be here waiting for you. Just use that special knock and I'll let you in. Excellent. I was wondering how we contact you if you went back to your own time where we were out. Yep, that'd be a pain. Alright, now you two should get moving. I'd like to get home in time for dinner. You mean back in your own time and time for dinner, or what? Whatever. There's no doubt about it, Professor. We're back in our time. The surroundings here certainly do seem familiar. All this time travel's really worn me out, you know. Yes, I could do with a rest myself, but we mustn't keep Cock waiting. You're right, so shall we go and find Inspector Shelby? That will be our second stop. I'd like to drop by my office at the university first. For a quick rest? Not quite. I need to check a few things before our meeting with Inspector Shelby. Preparation, my boy, is the foundation upon which every good investigation is built. Right you are, Professor. Now that we're back in our time, we can reach the university in a matter of minutes by bus. Let's go, Luke. Hello there, Schubert. Or Stashen. Sorry, I always forget his English name. How are you doing, boy? I'm fine, thank you. It's always a surprise to see you again. Again? What's this again business? I just thought I'd give you some advice, that's all. Alright, what is it? Not many folks know this, but when you solve puzzles, you can earn these... Oh, if you're talking about Picarats, we already know about them. Well, it's that so... Well, who cares? It's not all that great in secret anyways. Okay, well, thank you. We really should go now. We got a lot to do. Wait, don't just run off like that. I have, a puzzle. Yes, that's right. I have a puzzle for you. Sweet. I hope it's a good puzzle. Lost in an unfamiliar town, you ask a passerby for directions to the clock tower. He helpfully tells you. Go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner, turn right in the next, and then turn left at the next corner, and it'll be in front of you. Assuming that you start from somewhere on the map, where's the clock tower? So. Straight, left, right, left. That won't go. So it cannot be F. Straight, left, right, left, it cannot be G. Straight, left, cannot be H. Straight, left, right, left, cannot be C. Straight, there's no left here. A. Straight, left, right, left. D, I would say. Hold on. No, A, I mean. So we have straight, left, right, left is A. There we go. That's the only
Here's my
possibility.
answer.
No?
Guess it's back to the drawing board.
What did I miss there? Hold on. Straight. Left at the first corner. Right at the next corner. And left at the next corner. Start from somewhere. Where's the clock tower? Oh, yeah. I totally... yes, I missed what it asked. Yeah, it wasn't asking for that.
I knew it.
I may not be tired because I only had like an hour nap, but I was awake very early because I went to bed very early last night, so I may or may not be a wee bit tired, which is also why I'm constantly yawning, so excuse me if I cannot like hide that from the microphone. Sometimes it will pick it up slightly. Yeah, the location of the clock tower. Oh well. How was that for a fun puzzle? It's your top 10, surely. It was okay, I suppose. What? Just okay. Oh, I see. You're playing it cool. Don't want to let that my puzzle knock your socks off. That's one way of putting it. Yeah, no, the thing is I kept that in my head and I just completely like jumbled what I wanted it, but it's fine. Hi there, Squared. What can I do for you? I noticed there's a bus stop ahead. London still has a bus service, doesn't it? Of course, we got more buses than you can shake a stick at. What odd question. Brilliant. Did you hear that, Professor? The buses are running. I heard it. Your exuberance is appreciated, but we don't want to unsettle our friend here. Cricky, I've never seen someone so chuffed about taking the bus. Well, if you like buses, you're going to love this little number. I was on a double-decker bus and the conductor told me that including myself there were 25 passengers on the bottom deck. He also told me that the number of passengers on the top deck was 40% of the number on the bottom deck. How many people were on the bus in total? $25. %40 of the number on the bottom deck. It says passengers on the top deck was 40% the number of the bottom deck. So I assume the bus driver isn't counted in that percentage. Hold on, I need to answer a message. Okay, I answered the message. So, %40 of 25 is... Hold on. It's 10, right? Hold on, 40. Then 80 would be 20. And then 20 would be 5 either way, so yes, 10. So 10 on the top. Which means 35 plus the bus driver is 36. Because it asked for people on the bus total.
Here's my answer. Let me think this through again.
Yeah, the bus driver. There were 25 passengers on the bottom deck. He also told me that the number of passengers on the top deck was 40% of the number on the bottom deck. How many people were on the bus total? What am I missing with the 36? Plus one bus driver, right? The thing is, it doesn't mention if it's all the people or the passengers. But then we had half a person and that won't make sense. Am I missing something? I mean a conductor and those people. Yeah, 36. I entered that. Oh my goodness. I just looked it up because it was not really. So, the conductor is not the driver, apparently. Yes, there is somebody working along with the driver. Apparently, in the English version, it's a tour guide. In the American English version, I think. Hold on, let me reread the riddle in American English. Because that's all I did. I looked up the American version. Layton and yeah. Double decker level. Yeah, the tour guide on the upper level told me that, including myself. There. So, yes, the UK version in this case sucks, because that's all I looked up basically is the text for the US version. I was riding a double-decker bus and the tour guide on the upper level told me that, including myself, there were 25 tourists on the lower level and 40 many tourists on the upper level. So yes, this is indeed a thing of how they formulated the puzzle. So yeah. Let's just say that I got it because of that text, cause I kind of expected something like that, since we already had that in the very first game where the US version made more sense than the UK version. Which sucks. I know the German version has a different saying also, where it made sense. But yeah, that, you know, the conductor for me was kind of the driver. I don't know if that makes sense, so yeah. But it's supposed to be a tour guide. So I just read the other formulation to like find that, which is yeah. If you add the conductor and the bus driver, so that's my problem with English also. With it not being my native language, because I wasn't sure if the conductor was the bus driver or not, because for me it kind of was the bus driver. I guess that's my English, hold on, my English is lacking a bit there. So for me a conductor also drives, but I'm just gonna look up what... Okay, I guess, yeah, no. Just translated it and, yeah, okay, conductors don't drive. Fair. That's my English I guess a bit. I guess the American version would have been easier for my brain, so yeah. Oh well, I got it in the end, but not happy about it. You know, I'm something of a bus aficionado myself. The old double-decker's mine. None of that bendy business. Yeah, I get that. Oh, the lady. Well, hello, Game Boys. I trust you found yourself some nice shiny hint coins. We have, thanks in no small part to your expert direction. Delighted to be of assistance. Where's my thank you? Of course, madam. Please forgive me for not issuing proper thank you. We're very grateful for your help. Yes, thank you. We never would have found them without the help of a wise old lady like yourself. Now, just a moment there, Half-Pint. Who are you calling out? They don't call me Flawless Florence for nothing. You know, I'm as fit and nimble as a teenager. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you old. I know how sensitive some elderly people can be about their age. Elderly? Well, I never... Looks like I have to teach you a lesson on the old-fashioned way with a puzzle. At least she doesn't want to beat him up with her handbag. I don't even know if she had one. I was considered quite a catch in my younger days, you know. This is a picture of me back then, along with 3 of my handsome suitors. A few moments after this photo was taken, one of these gents expressed his love for me by presenting me with a heart. Which one of these men, A to C, is the suitor? He could actually cover it up. I'm gonna say A, because he could cover it up on his shirt with the thing. Because the others don't really have a heart. And I don't see any of the... Lovely answer, it was him alright. He made a heart out of the magazine he was holding. Quite creative gesture, huh? There's no inspiration like true love. Okay, well, that's not what I thought, but sure. I thought he covered it up. You two are pretty sharp when it comes to puzzle solving, I'll give you that. The compliment means all the more coming from a lazy just as yourself, Florence. I do have a past cross again sometimes. Now you're making me blush. You can sweet-talk me all you like, but you should know I'm a married woman. I think that lady has taken a shine to you, Professor. Let's make our way back to my office. Now then, which post goes to Gressenheller University? Well, I'm gonna say that's quite obvious. That says it. I have to admit that all this time traveling has got me muddled. What are we investigating now? Oh, feeling a bit disoriented, I see. I can hardly blame you. It's not every day that I travel to the future and meet my older self, you know. I think I could do with a bit of a recap of our case. Very well, then let's go back over it. Do you remember why Wicklow called us to the future? To stop the evil Professor Layton. And what exactly are we stopping my future self from doing? Alright, we want to stop him from completing his time machine research. Precisely, and that's why you and I were headed for Chinatown. Oh yes, it's becoming a bit less jumbled now. We couldn't get into Chinatown in the end. It was at that point that you said it would be useful if we could talk to the inspector. Yes, but at the time I had no idea we'd be able to jump back to our own time to question him. In that sense, I suppose we're pretty lucky, eh? Perhaps. Perhaps? Why? What's wrong? Is there something bothering you? There is, and it's that something that we've come to investigate. Oh, we've about reached our stop. We'll drop by my office and then it's off to see an inspector. The forgotten case. Does that mean like a case of like a thing happening in the past, or does it mean briefcase? I think it means a like police case. I need to stop by my office to check something. After that, we'll go and find Inspector Chelmy. Trying to find another hint coin. Come on. Oh, I guess not. Oh, Oh, there. Hello there, lady. There you are, Professor L. I see you've cancelled our lecture again this week. Let me guess, you're off investigating another strange mystery, aren't you? Ah, Miss Stone, hello there. Yes, I'm afraid that something rather pressing has come up. I'll be holding a supplementary lecture later, though. You can be sure of it. Oh, no worries, Professor L. As long as I get the credits, I don't really care. Now, what kind of attitude is that, Rosetta? If you want those credits, you have to earn them. And since your topic is the stone of relics of Cornwall, I'd say you have to work cut out for you. As your supervisor insists that you check with me weekly until your dissertation, oh my goodness, I can't read, is up your scratch. I didn't mean to imply that I wasn't interested in my studies, and I'm very much looking forward to our sessions together. Not every girl has the privilege of receiving private tuition from the great Professor Layton. What I mean was that you should check in with me during office hours. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice, Professor. I'll see you next week. I don't know what that girl's up to, but I can't be good, Professor. Nonsense, my boy. It's all in your head. You can't fool me. Did you see the look she gave you? She's a man-eater, whatever that means. Oh dear. Yeah, she is. Hey, you the guard we bumped into at the presentation? What are you doing here? Ah, well, as you may remember, there's a few hiccups at the presentation. When the dust settled, the management decided it would be best to cut me loose. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Incidentally, I don't believe I properly introduced myself yet. Please, sir, there's no need. Don Demona filled me in. It's an honor, Professor Layton. I've actually been holding on to that puzzle just in case you happen to come by. Care to hear it? You received eyewitness reports about the shady tree. They were red, white, and green, but none of them were the same combination. Here's what the witness had to say about them. The men wore jackets of the same color. Two of them had white trousers on. The large man wore a white hat. The woman's jacket was green. Okay, so... the woman's jacket was green. The larger man wore a white hat. We already have that. That means... remember, jackets of the same color. That's probably red then. And then he has green trousers. They have white. And he has a green top hat and she has a red hat. Right? Two men wore jackets of the same color. Two of them had white trousers on. Large man wears a white hat and the woman's jacket is green. I think that should be...
I've got a good feeling about this one. Well, that's settled.
I guess. For a shady trio, the clothes might be a bit too suspicious. Simply beautiful work, sir. Thank you so much for indulging me. Not at all. Quite enjoyed myself. I got his voice completely wrong. Oh well, it's okay. the guy's voice was definitely different before the puzzle than after. I'm not a voice actor. I don't have to, you know. Herschel, my boy, I've been looking for you. Hello there, Dean Demona. Didn't you receive my holiday request? Oh, that. Yes, everything's in order there. It's something else that I need your help with. Well, in that case, please tell me how I can be of your assistance. Come a bit closer, my boy. What I'm about to ask you, well, I wouldn't like anyone else to hear it. The thing is, I have this puzzle that I simply can't work out on my own. My darling granddaughter brought it to me, but I can't for the life of me solve the blasted thing. I can see that that could be rather vexing. Vexing would be putting it politely. It's hard to feel like the king of your castle when you can't even solve your grandchildren's puzzle. This is a rather serious issue for me, Herschel. It certainly sounds like it. Yes, so I take it I can count on your help to help me work this one out. But of course. One out of 1,000. There's some matchsticks that spelled 100 nope, one of the matches, but to display still a length that is 1/1000th of that size. I mean, meters to... ...100 meters to 10 centimeters. You know,
Let's see if I've got this right.
kind of makes sense to me, because...
Just as I suspected.
Metrics. 100 meters becomes 10 centimeters. Yes. Ooh, that's it. My granddaughter's going to be over the moon when she hears how clever her granddad is. I'm glad I could help. Likewise, but by the way, Ursula, I do have one more small favor to ask of you. Certainly. Let's keep the fact that you helped me with this puzzle between you and me and the wall, shall we, my boy? Of course, you may count on me after all. You've a reputation on your to maintain with your granddaughter. Oh my goodness, I can't read. Perceptive as always. What about you there, young man? Can you keep a secret? Of course, my lips are sealed, sir. Splendid. For that you have my thanks. One last thing, Herschel. There's a young lady in the office. She says she's waiting for you. I see. Professor, she must be talking about Flora. Is he talking about Flora? Yes, it is Flora.
Oh, hi there,
okay.
Flora.
I don't have to read, that's nice.
You two have got some nerve leaving me alone while you go off on another adventure.
Why'd I also
Now, Flora,
echoey?
You know that wasn't our intention at all. While we were out investigating one issue, an even more troublesome matter arose.
Like, why are their voices so
What kind
echoey?
of troublesome matter?
We couldn't have seen it coming, Flora. Honest.
They're in the German version, and I don't know if they're in the US version either.
Of course.
Oh well.
We would never leave you behind on purpose.
Luke is quite right. Do forgive us for our...
Well,
I mean, we left her behind
okay,
before, so...
just this once. But you two had better not leave me alone again.
Of course not.
Okay, so we're gonna take Flora with us to the future? Okay, he has a spare top hat. That's not... trying to like find hint coins here. There we go. Any other ones? I don't know. What's done is done, so I guess there's no point in dwelling on it. You two must be awfully tired after all that running around. I just made a pot of tea. I go to fetch it. Professor, did you just make a promise to Flora? Yes, I'd rather afraid I did, and unfortunately this is one promise I may have to break. Professor, that's terrible. You're always saying that the gentleman never breaks his word. Well, I didn't see you doing anything to dissuade the poor girl from coming with us. Besides, you know, our current case is fraught with danger. I don't want her to get hurt. We need to finish what we came here to do, so that we can find the inspector. We best move quickly. I suppose you're right, Professor. So what are you looking for? Somewhere in my office is a leather-bound notebook with a yellow note sticking out of it. Do you think you can help me find it? Aye, aye, Professor, I'm on the case. Is that the notebook you were talking about, Professor? Why, yes it is. Let's see. Notes on the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research. Did you gather the information in this notebook, Professor? I did, piece by piece. Sadly, most of its contents have been removed. Hey, you're right. Most of the pages have been torn out. It's been a while since I last opened it. Let's see. Well, the newspaper clippings are still intact, at least. How old are these articles, Professor? I'll explain more on the bus. First, we need to get out of here before Flora returns. How mean. She made tea for them and all that. Well, I thought you might be hungry, so I made some cucumbers and... Who? Where did they go? Aw, poor Flora. We're just leaving her like that. Let's go to Scotland Yard. All that stuff in your notebook, Professor. What was this explosion you were researching? Oops, sorry, I clicked out of the game. And I clicked out of Streamlabs, that's also not helpful. It all happened quite a few years ago, when you were very small. Two scientists working in a physics lab accidentally caused an explosion during an experiment. The blast devastated the surrounding area. That must have been all over the news. You'd think so, wouldn't you? However, though many perished in the blast, few records of the accident remain. What happened? That's something I'm still trying to work out myself, but answer me this, Luke. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of an explosion? Why, the explosion at the presentation of Dr. Stangen's time machine, of course. That was my first thought as well. I have a strong suspicion that these two incidents are connected. Just because they have explosions in them? Well, okay. Why is that? Well, it's nothing more than a hunch at the moment, so I can't really say anymore. Oh, Professor, this is our stop. I don't think it's just because it's explosions. Here we are, Professor. Scotland Yard. There's no time to waste. We have to find the inspector. Well, but not without hint coins. No, I didn't mean to go in. Sorry, sir. It's gonna be weird, you know, just going into a door and then just leaving directly again. Just trying to find my hint coins. Okay, I guess we're going in. Welcome to Scotland Yard, headquarters of London Police Force. What can I do for you? We're here to see Inspector Chelmy. Could you let him know that we'd like to speak to him? I see. Well, the inspector is always happy to meet the public. He's terribly busy at the moment. Furthermore, I'm under strict orders to issue this puzzle to all visitors. Of course you are. See. Recent years, the city has been suffering from an increase in accidents and crime. According to a survey, there's one place in the city that has a higher average of injured people and deaths throughout the year than anywhere else. How about the hospital? Well, that kind of makes sense.
This right.
You know, hospital gets wounded people, of course. So, of course they are. That's right, there may be a lot of dangerous places in the city, but the hospitals where sick and injured people gather throughout the year. Indeed. Too easy. Let me drink something. Hydration very important in this weather. It's quite warm. That's correct. Tremendous work as always, Professor Layton. Who, don't you know the professor? Of course, I'm a huge fan. How could any self-respecting puzzler not know the name Layton? I assume that puzzle was one of your own design. That's right, guilty as charged. I couldn't pass up the chance to have Professor Layton solve one of my puzzles. I'll call to let the inspector know you're coming. His office is just up those stairs. Thank you very much. There's Barton. Let's see if I can find... Oh yeah, of course he would throw a hint coin in the trash. There's so much clutter here, I don't know. Ah, okay, there we go. Oh, nothing like a nice cup of tea to soothe the nerves. Good day, Barton. Oh, good day to you, sir. Barton, we wish to have a few words with the inspector, but I don't see him here. I don't see him here either. I was led to believe he was here in his office. Yes, he was. Then he got up and left. It was all very sudden. I'm puzzled by his sudden disappearance. Barton, I sincerely hope you're not spreading misinformation about me. It wasn't 5 minutes ago I told you I need to pop downstairs to see the chief constable. Oh yes, you say that, sir. You serious constable, you never move up in the force if you don't learn to listen. Hello, Inspector. Ah, sorry about that, Layton. What a surprise to see you. Welcome to my humble office. Forgive the sudden intrusion, Inspector. I heard that you led the investigation into the Prime Minister's disappearance. I am. And since it's you I'm speaking to, I'll be quite candid. This case has me baffled. Dozens of eyewitnesses, myself included, and not one blasted lead to work with. Sorry. Since you were there too, I might as well hear your take on things. Have a seat. I was interviewed on the day of the incident, but maybe another chat will uncover some new theories. Nice dramatic music. We've already established that you were there when the explosion occurred. Yes, I certainly was. Then you must believe, as I do, that there's no way anyone could have survived that blast. Not that quack Stangon, not his staff, and though I hate to say it, not the Prime Minister. Hello there, Carrie girl. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Long time no seen. Hope you're well. But what confounds me is that we haven't found a single trace of any of them. What do you mean? We went through the place with a fine-tooth comb and didn't find anything related to the victims. No bodies, no clothing, no shoes, not even so much as a pocket watch or ring. All we recovered from the scene was the 10 tons of scrap metal that used to be the machine. No people. There were 8 of them, sir. What, did you just say something, Constable? There were 8 of them, sir. 8 people vanished. Ah yes, according to eyewitness reports, 8 people vanished from the scene. That group consisted of Stangen, a handful of his assistants, and the Prime Minister. Now how in the world do 8 people just vanish? It's like a blasted magic trick. Don't worry, Inspector, from what I've heard, the Prime Minister is still alive. Huh? Ah, young Luke, be a good lad and keep quiet, alright? The adults are having a serious conversation here. If you're bored, why don't you and Barton go and play in the lobby? Inspector, I assure you, Luke isn't making this up. There's a very real possibility that Bill Hawks is alive. What? Well, don't leave me here scratching my head like a fool. Explain yourself, Layton. I will, but I must ask a favor of you first. And what would it be? Do you recall the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research 10 years ago? What did you just say? Have been good. Lots of stuff going on this summer. Haven't had time to watch streams or stream yourselves. That's, that at least sounds positive. I hope it's a lot of fun stuff, at least, and yeah. Hope your summer's been going well so far. I take that as a yes. It's imperative that I see any and all case files on that incident. Sounds like you're on to something here, Layton. What do you know? Nothing at the moment, but I have a suspicion your current case is somehow linked to this old one. I'd like to help, really I would, but those files are sealed and require top-level clearance. Even a high-ranking officer like myself would have trouble getting. His hands are sorry for the yawning. I see. I'd hoped many of your a man of your status may have the necessary clout to acquire those documents. Unfortunately, it seems I may have hoped for too much. I'm sorry to have asked the impossible of you. Wait a moment, Layton. I just may be able to get you access to the case files. Excellent. I would be extremely grateful for that. Just one thing though, these documents don't come for free. I want to hear everything you know or suspect about the Prime Minister's whereabouts. Of course, once I've seen the documents, I'm sure my theory is sound. Every detail will be yours. Barton, head down to the archives and find those old files. Tell him you're here on my orders. Right away, sir. Those files can't leave the archives, but you can read them down there. Take the stairs down from the lobby to the cellar. Much appreciated, Inspector. Yeah, no, I really am a bit sleep deprived. I'm like more than awake enough to stream and all that, but I'm just a bit tired, so of course I'm yawning. Hello? Okay, no hint coins in the lamps. My PC is safe. Did it load something? Oh well, we're gonna ignore that. Oh! Yay, it's in coin. Welcome to the archives. I've gathered all the case files pertaining to the explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time. Yuck, these papers are all moldy and covered in dust. These files are off limits to most people. You're the first to touch them in a long time. I see. And hand some of those over and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start? I appreciate the offer, Luke, but I should handle these myself. They're all top secret after all. Oh, of course, if you say so, Professor. Just a bit longer, Luke. I'll be finished soon. And let's also rid of him. Don't you ever get tired of the inspector shouting at you, Constable Barton? Oh, it's not so bad. He only scolds me when he has a good reason to, which is often, unfortunately. Oh, I make a lot of mistakes, so I get shouted at a lot. He's always telling me I lack insight and don't pay enough attention. He's absolutely right. I get distracted very easily and then I make mistakes. Oh, chin up, Constable. Everyone makes mistakes. I make them all the time. I've made some howlers, though. Just the other day, in fact, I found myself in quite a jam. Of course, we spent our time with a puzzle. Barton needs to park his police car in the space indicated by the flag. When he encounters a cross, he has to turn left or right. When he meets a circle, he must keep going straight. Assuming he's not allowed to reverse the car, which road does Barton need to take in order to reach the parking space? Okay, that won't work. Turn, so straight, turn. That won't work because I can't go there, so it's turn. Straight, turn straight. Turn. No. Turn and straight won't work either. Straight would mean that one. Turn straight. Turn straight. That won't work. Turn straight. Turn straight, turn. How about that? So he turns, he goes straight, he turns, he goes straight, turn straight, turn straight, turn. Right?
Here's my answer.
Okay, phew. I'm glad I got that.
I knew it.
Nice driving. Barton has to go all the way around the parking space in order to get there. Though you showed him the road, he need to take all this turn seems to have confused Barton. He's written off the police car and the inspector's not happy. Poor Barton. Wonderful work, look. I bet the professor never has to shout at you. Well, the professor's not really the shouting type, but it's true that I never leave a puzzle unsolved. I got this reputation to uphold. Oh dear, I never considered the possibility that my clanders could harm the inspector's reputation. Don't worry, Constable, you tried your best, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, kind of. If only I could convince the inspector to see things that way. Luke, come here. I think I found what we're looking for. What's it, Professor? That file yielded some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find, Professor? Let's just say I'm very confident that the Prime Minister is still alive. The only way to save him, however, is to travel to the other London, where he's being held. You think he might be trapped in the future? Perhaps. This is something we need to discuss with the Inspector. So we don't get to know what he knows. That is very convenient, plot-wise. Of course. Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit? It did, indeed, but before I explain, please allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in an investigation into the explosion at that institute 10 years ago? Yes, ages ago it was. I remember I had just been promoted to sergeant. I see. And do you remember the names of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion? Let me think. It's coming back to me. One was called Alan, Dr. Dimitri Alan? Weren't there two scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Well, then what about the victims? Do you remember anything about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed a nearby block of flats. Several of the building tenants perished in the explosions, as well as one of the lab assistants. Strangely enough, though, I think that both the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative. Thank you, Inspector. Right now, I've got a few questions of my own. How do you think this old case relates to my current one? This is just a theory, but I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard. Do you mean to say he's being held in another country? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe, but I think Bohawks is being held captive in the future. If this is your idea of a joke, Layton, I'm not laughing. Can understand your skepticism. Well, thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you will be the first to know. Come now, Luke, let's be off. No, wait right there. We had a deal. Surely you got more for me than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I've told you as much as I know at the moment. Now please excuse us. I think he will be very pissed after that. Like, can understand why. Now that we got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Cock is waiting for us. Righto, Professor. So up to Midland Road we go. Convenient. I'm not gonna talk to the lady. If I miss any puzzles in this time, I'm just gonna solve them at Beaton, whatever his name was. Flower. Suppose we have to head back to future London now, don't we? What's the matter, Luke? Are you scared of traveling through time again? Yes, I mean no, as long as I don't have to do this alone. Of course not. I'll be right here with you. Our first step is to head to Chinatown to meet the future Professor Layton, I suppose. That's right. If my assumptions are correct, we find the Prime Minister there as well. Do you think we'll run into trouble along the way? Considering the warm welcome we received from the family at the casino, say anything is possible. Look, there's no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it would be best for you to remain here in our time. What kind of apprentice would I be if I left you to face those dangers all alone? I'm coming with you, Professor. Let's go. Traveling companions. Companions? Oh, let me guess, Flora also makes it there? I don't know, I have a suspicion. Alright, what mischief have you two gotten yourselves into now then? Excuse me, I didn't know what you're talking about. No point playing innocent, boy. Old Stack and Scarfin knows more than you think. They might be hidden, but I do have eyes, you know. All these eyes can see that the laws are right on your tail. I don't think you understand. Say no more, boys. Just know that I'm always on your side. If you call me, I come running. Oh, well, thanks, I suppose. We ought to be off now, Luke. I have the feeling that things are about to get interesting. Oh, is the inspector following us or something? Luke, do you remember the secret knock that Big Luke used when he entered the clock shop last time? I always click out. Man, hold on. There's a Discord an accident. Of course, allow me, Professor. Come on in. Welcome back, Professor. Sorry to keep you waiting. Where's Cock, by the way? Oh, same place as always, in the back, tinkering with that big clock. Her laugh was a bit awkward, but I guess... Welcome back. I take it you found the information you were after? We did. Hope Luke hasn't gotten tired of waiting for us back in the future. Yep, we mustn't keep the young sir waiting. Young sir? Oh, did I just call Luke sir? Sorry, it's an old habit from being in service. My mind's just not as sharp as it used to be, you know. I often get a little muddled on. Someone's at the door. You can't just barge into a private property. It's illegal, not to mention ungentlemanly. But I, madam, am no gentleman. I'm an officer of the law, and I'm here on an important investigation. What's Inspector Chelmy doing here? You tailed us, didn't you, Inspector? In which case, Spring is right. This is very unbecoming of a gentleman. Say what you will, Layton. The fact remains that our Prime Minister is missing. And if I have to step on a few toes to find him, then that's what I'll do. Sorry. Inspector, and I keep doing it until you lay your cards on the table, Layton. All of them. Can't believe you, Professor. You too, Luke. Flora! You ran off and left me on my own again. I even made you those nice cucumber sandwiches. Flora, please, we just didn't want to put you in danger, that's all. You say that, but the real reason you won't take me is because you think I get in the way, isn't it? No, that's not it at all. Flora, you have to understand. You could be put in harm's way. It's for your own safety that... I don't know anyone else here. What am I supposed to do when you two are run off? Just sit there like a lemon and wait? Well, when you put it that way... Luke! You know, Layton, I think the girl has a point. You may be leaving her behind out of concern, but that doesn't help anyone if it gets her all upset. Inspector, you two... Sorry to interrupt, but we got to get going. We can't keep Luke waiting any longer. I would love to. Hold on, let me close off my Discord. Keep, like, coming onto the taskbar and it's opening that up. Yeah. I have to start her up now. But there are several people in here who have nothing to do with the matter at hand. Well, the more the merrier, that's what you say, isn't it? That's ridiculous. I beg you to reconsider. Sorry, Professor, got to go. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, what for? Well, for getting time sick, I guess. Shaky, shaky. I wonder what the neighbors think if this house shakes all the time. Okay, end of the line. Everyone out. What in the world? Oh, my stomach's doing backflips again. Hey, Layton, what just happened? Step outside and see for yourself, Inspector. That should serve as a sufficient explanation. What are you on about now? Come on then, Barton, let's go outside. Just a moment, Inspector. I'm feeling a little queasy. Very queasy, actually. Pull yourself together, Constable. We're going outside. Please don't jostle me. I'm feeling a bit green. Are you okay, Flora? It was rather bumpy, right? I say time travel really takes it out of you. I'm just a little dizzy. Oh no, Flora! Just a little dizzy. Layton! What's all this? What happened to London? We're still in London, Inspector. Reese has been transported 10 years into the future. But that's impossible, isn't it? Or is it possible, Layton? One thing is for certain, we're no longer in the London we know. Well, there will be plenty of time for debate once my work here is done. Seem to recall you saying something about the Prime Minister being trapped in the future, yes? Yes, it's by no means certain, but it remains a definite possibility. Well then, what are we standing around here for? The hunt is on, Barton. We're off to find the Prime Minister. You know, Inspector, we may have better luck tracking him down if we work together on this case. That's enough from you, Layton. The fact remains that you're a civilian. I handled it somehow. Why is he mad again? Does he have another riddle? Well, if it ain't my favorite set of problem solvers, thanks again for helping me with those words. Was nothing really, just a bit of thinking and well-placed cuts. Yeah, well, if it ain't too much trouble, you think you could work your magic on these boards too? Of course, it's another board riddle. Okay, they cannot be flipped or rotated after being cut, huh? Three pieces that can be flipped or rotated after being cut. And it needs to be square. How about this? How about cutting out the Z shape that will perfectly fit in here? But, you know, that would be two pieces.
I've got a good
It would not be
feeling about
one
this
cut, but he didn't say anything about one cut.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Sharp solution, a rather interesting rearrangement, eh? Indeed. Look at that, mate. You did it again. Thanks to you, we're that much closer to giving Midland Road the refurb it deserves. Yay. Nice. Let's check the flower shop. Where's the other Luke, Professor? Now that you mention it, we never decided on a meeting place. Perhaps we should pay Shipley a visit. Of course, he can get in touch with Big Lickford. Shall we head over to the restaurant then? Yeah, well, look who's back. Mr. Stashen's girlfriend? The one and only, and who's your feathered friend there? Oh, you mean Pericles? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Birdie. Say, you seem like a dependable lot. Can I ask you a favor? I've recently become rather fond of mushrooms, especially those little red ones. They're delicious. That's where you come in. I'd like you to seek out one of those fine fungi and bring it back to me. Small red delicious mushroom? I haven't a clue where we could find one of those. Pericles knows. Pericles get. Now that's the kind of can-do attitude. I like Birdie, but are you really up to the task? Pericles is no ordinary parrot. This should be a dollar for him. Pericles can now take on requests from people you meet during your adventures. Also, again, bonus points if you know where this reference of him called Pericles is coming from. Although I don't know if the spelling is right. Yes, okay. Yeah, we might find requests. Let's get the show on the roads. Open the parrot minigame in the trunk and select my requests. Fetching my mushroom should be no problem for your parrot if he's half the bird you say he is. Now hurry, I can't get enough of those little red mushrooms. You just have to bring me one quick. Nope. Hey, don't walk away from me. We got unfinished business here. Important unfinished business. Oh, you have to... Okay, you have to. Well... Unfortunately, the heavy objects you have to carry make it hard for him to fly properly. Predict his flight path and use ropes to create perches that will guide him to the recipient. Yes, okay, Well, we have to, so... Clicked out again, and my Discord of course opened again. Okay, how about that? I don't know if that's gonna be enough. It's not gonna be, isn't it? Okay, it is. Gonna be way too much. So I guess maybe this one? A bounce. This one would be too short. How about making it flatter? Or how about making it like this one and then that? I don't know. Okay, that worked. Well done. Yes, we got the mushroom. Top work. I knew you were just the fellow for the job. This is perfect specimen. Oh, specimen. You just got go on like that and you become a fine delivery parrot. People will love you. Delivery. Yay. To be fair, we're gonna solve, as I said, we're gonna solve the parrot riddles and all that in the end. Let's just go to that journal. The thing is, we already have this many pages of the book. Yeah, also we have the toy car thing, which is basically kind of similar to what we did with the... what's it called? Hamster in the previous game, in the Elysian box or Pandora's box. We're not gonna do that, I just wanted the exclamation mark to go. And of course we have a picture book where we can tell a story and we need to like add the, you know, as we complete the story. So we're gonna do that, all of those in the end, as I like to do. I don't know if we work through all of those, but you know, at least we're gonna play some of these. Oops. Oh man, I can't... Sorry, this like taskbar down there is a bit in the way. I should mention I worked like 5.5 hours on the ship today, so my right arm is so trembly from like... I actually finished up all the lines on the ship. Like, all the sails are attached and everything, so yeah, my arm is very, very shaky and crampy. So, you know, I don't want to lift it off the table too much, that's why I'm constantly hitting it. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Okay. We got every puzzle, it seems, in the future then. In the past. Sorry, I messed that up. She has another riddle though. Hello again, boy. You're enjoying your trip in the big city, are you? Trip? I hope you know that I was born in this city. Right you are then, whatever you say. What about yourself, madam? Were you born in London as well? Me? Oh no. Born and raised in Cardiff I was. Spent most of my life there. But then something unusual happened, see, and I ended up moving to London. Oh yes, my life story, just like one of them sweeping epic adventures you see in the pictures. Speaking of films, have you heard this one? Of course, we're getting a riddle. 6 whining spectators. Okay. 6 people need to be seated at the cinema. Your task as an usher is to find a seating arrangement that will make them all happy. I refuse sit next to, behind, or in front of C. B, I had the front row. C, I don't like the left or right seat. D, I had the left side and the back. E prefers the right side. A sits next to B. F, anything but the front or left seat. Well, that doesn't work. I guess maybe... No, that won't. D had the left side and the back. So you can also be in the middle. But then C doesn't like the left or right seats. B just hates the front row, so wherever he sits. D hates the left side and the back, so he needs to be sit here. E prefers the right side, so it can only sit here. Anything but the front or left seats, F needs to go there. B, I hate the front row, but A doesn't want to sit next behind or in front of C. He prefers the right side, but I think he would be fine on the left. I don't know. The thing is, he says he prefers it. He doesn't say he wouldn't sit there. I must be missing something. Okay, well, I must be missing something then. So, B hates the front row, whatever. D hates the left side and the back. E prefers the right side somewhere. F, anything but the front or left seats, so he can be middle or right. I don't like the left or right seats, that's C. B hits the front row and then A goes there, right? He doesn't sit next to, behind, or in front of C. B sits in the back. C sits in the middle. I hit the left side on the back. He sits in front and not on the left side. F, anything but the front or left seats. And E is preferred on the right side. Okay, I think I got it. Ugh, I messed that up the first time. Oof. I think I misread something. It's fine, I got it.
That's a relief.
I'm sad I didn't get it on the first try. Excellent. The only two options for C are the middle seat in the front or back row. When you try to find the other request around that, this is the only arrangement that will make them all happy. Spot on, boyo. That's the answer, right? Enjoy the rest of your visit to London, won't you? How many times do I have to tell you I'm from London? Whatever you say, don't get lost in a big city now, will you? I give up. Luke, I just remembered something. What's that, Professor? We neglected to explain the situation to Flora. Gosh, you're right, it completely slipped my mind. Oh, it's alright, I'm just happy I could come along. Be that as it may, I think an explanation is in order. Let's stop at the hotel for a quick chat. Alright, Professor. Yeah, 'cause don't forget we still have a hotel room that we're paying for. Ding ding ding, who's that lovely girl with you? Oh, you mean Flora? Ding ding ding. Correct, what a pretty name, you got to introduce us. Who's this? Hi there, are you one of Luke's friends? It's nice to meet you. Ding ding ding. Oh yeah, Luke and I go way back, we're old pals. Anyways, you have a lovely day, Flora. Funny, I didn't realize he thought so highly of me, Max. I think he's more interested in Flora, but sure. Oh, hello there, lady. Hello, you're not from around here, take it? I suppose you could say that we're here on an investigation. Yes, and all this walking we're doing is really starting to catch up with me. Tired, huh? Well, you know what always perks me up? A nice chunk of chocolate. Got some in my pocket, in fact. Would you like a piece? Like one? I'd love one. Oh my, it seems I spoke too soon. This chocolate got a hole in it. How am I going to cut it up now? Would you mind if I had a look at it? I think I can help. Ah, this photo. A 5 by 10 centimeter bar of chocolate has a 5 by 1 centimeter broken off of him. Shown in the image below, the chocolate bars also had a 5 millimeter diameter hole drilled into at the location shown in the image. Am I blind? Where's the hole? Oh, there. Okay. How many more pieces can you break off from the remaining chocolate bar that are the exact same size and shape as this one? Any piece that contains even a small part of the whole can be included in the count. I would say it's 8, but I can't be too certain. Any guesses on you guys? I don't know if like there's like a sneaky way to fill like the hole or something, but like I would say yeah, 8 total or 8 more. That's the thing. I would say 8 total, which is 7 more. Cause the hole seems to be in the middle, like right in the middle where, you know. So, yeah. 7 more, I would say. Say 8 more. Hold on, is there a way to go around the hole? Hold on. If you break it into 9 pieces, is there a way to do that sideways? Like, we can break off the horizontal piece in the middle. That's what I thought first, and then we have... Hold on. That's what I thought about too. I'm just not sure. Like, you can break it like this. And then... Well, it needs to be 10. However, you know. But if we break off this piece, we have these pieces. The thing is, I thought about that first. I don't know why I scrapped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 more. Yeah, 8 more pieces. I don't know. I thought about that first, but oh yeah, because I thought there might have been another way to get rid of that piece with like cheating or something. And then I thought of like, yeah, my brain went too well if I, yeah, in the 0.5, exactly in the middle. No, and then I was like, well, what if I pick a piece like this and have the hole over there? And then my brain went into like, nope, too tired for that. I'm just gonna ignore what you thought. That was my exact same thought process, and it was just like, okay, well, either way, that worked. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I thought about that, and then I thought, well, if we break the hole off, maybe we can get more pieces. I don't know why I thought of, yeah, whatever. I'm too tired for this, as I said. Lovely, now everyone can have some. Here you go, you two. Thank you very much. It's delicious. If only I had a glass of milk to go with it. I bet one or two of these have a riddle. Welcome back to the Hotel Duke. Oh, hello there, young lady, and who might you be? My name is Flora. I'm a guest of the Professor and Luke. Well, sort of. Actually, what really happened is I followed them here because they ran off without me. They always do that, and it's really quite upsetting at times. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to babble. What are you talking about, Flora? Don't mind her, Becky. Flora can get quite nervous around new people. Oh, I would never pry into a guest's personal affairs. That's against hotel policy. I'll be off now. Have a pleasant day. Hope you don't think the worst of us for leaving Flora behind. Let's see if anybody of them has riddles. Okay, she sleeps and she doesn't have a riddle either. What a charming room! I'm glad you like it, Flora. Your room will soon be ready as well. Oh, no need for that. I'm happy to stay in this one with you too. We'll just put up a screen. Luke, you're the smallest, so you can sleep in the chair there. Then I can take one of the beds and the professor can take the other one. That's not fair. I'm far too big to fold myself into a chair. We can discuss sleeping arrangements later. For now, let's bring you two up to speed, Flora. Alright, I'm all ears. We're currently in a city that looks very much like London, but it's fundamentally different. City may appear similar to our London, but make no mistake, it's a far more dangerous place. How so? What he's trying to say is that we've traveled through time. This is London 10 years in the future. What? We're currently working with a young man who identifies himself as the future Luke. According to him, in the 10 years between this time and ours, I became a rather unsavory individual. And here in the future, I rule over the city with an iron fist. This young man is working with us to try and stop my evil future self. Wow, that's an awfully complicated story. Did you follow all of it? Yes, I think so. Can you imagine the professor as a crime boss? I wonder what he's like. Hey, Luke! Yes? Both the professor and you have all the counterparts here. Should I have one too? I should have one too, right? Ah, well, yes, I suppose so. But you haven't seen a future Flora here? Nope, not yet anyway. But it didn't strike you as strange that you hadn't seen me? You know, we've had a lot going on since we got here, so we haven't had any time to... well, I'm curious as to where my future self could be anyway. I think we should move on. You know, Flora, the restaurant we're going to now is said to be one of the best in town. Oh, is it really? Let's go then. Oh, good thinking, Professor. So are we actually finally going to eat at the restaurant? You know, like you're supposed to do at the restaurant? Oh, hello there. Linda Mona. Oh, fancy seeing you here, Herschel. Have you been keeping well? Very well, thank you. You're looking rather well yourself, if I may say so. Spry, even. Oh, goodness no, this old man is growing older by the day. My hair's gone completely white, see? Ah, yes, I thought there was something different about you. Some people say silver hair makes a man look distinguished, but I was partial to my crop of brown. Listen, Herschel, London's full of people quick to sully your name. Rest assured that I don't believe a word of it. That was quite a shock, Professor. We saw the Dune a few hours ago, and now he's aged a full 10 years. Yes, time certainly appears to have left its mark on Dean Demona. Something the matter, Professor? Not at all, I just need a moment to think. Let's be on our way. Did he have brown hair? I thought he had silver hair this entire time. Hold on. My brain not working, or am I actually... Well... Let's eat something, how about... Welcome to London's most delicious destination. I hope you brought your appetite. By the way, the postman tells me you've got a real knack for solving puzzles. I suppose you could say that. Why do you bring this up, sir? I ordered a few number plates a while back, you see, but the company made a mistake. And we need to find a way to solve it, huh? Number plates pillared order finally arrived, but wait a second. Oh no, the manufacturer has painted all the numbers on backwards by mistake. I would like to use them as soon as possible, but it will apparently take quite a while to fix each and every plate. To save time, the manufacturer would like him to make do with the plates that he can use as they are, and only send back the ones that absolutely have to be fixed. The only plates that can be used, well, this one can be used as a 5, this one can be used as a 2. This cannot be used as a 9 or 6. So can this not, this is wrong. 4 can be turned on its side, 3 can be turned, so it's only these two, I think. So the 7 can be turned too. Yep. It's just the 6 and 9. Because you cannot flip them, like mirror them. Yeah, number 1. 6 and 9 definitely won't work. 0, 1 and 8 are symmetrical, so they're clearly okay. The 2 and the 5 can replace each other. And rotating 3, 4 and 7 as shown allowed them to work just fine. Pretty nifty. Yes, they're just 2 plates, so that with the 2 and the 5 I think it would bother me too much. If it was like digital, you know, display, then it would work, but in this case, Looks like I asked the right fellow for help. Cheers, I won't forget this. There'll be more than a little extra gravy in the next pie you order here, believe me. Of course we got milk. Pilart's Tomato Supreme. Well, let's speak to the postman. Greetings, Shipley. Ah, Professor, good timing. I just got a message from from Luke. He wants you to go to the observatory in the park that's not of here. Make sure you're not followed. This park is just off the path that connects Flatstone Street to Midland Road, correct? That's the one. Luke will be waiting for you there. Why do we need to make sure we're not followed? It sounds as though someone out there might be monitoring our movements. Are you paying attention to this, Flora? It's very important. Of course I'm listening, Professor. Moving around in a group of 3 will make us more conspicuous. I know you don't want to be left alone, but I think it would be best if you waited for us at the hotel. What? As soon as we're caught up with the other Luke, we'll come and get you. No, I'm coming with you. No, Flora. Oh, come on, Professor, let her come along. We do our best to be stealthy on our way to the park. It'd be fine. Besides, it might be more dangerous to leave Flora all by herself. I suppose you may have a point there, Luke. Flora, do you do realize that we were headed could be extreme... Sorry. Okay, that where we headed could be extremely dangerous, don't you? Are you really sure you want to come with us? Of course I do, I'm not scared. Well, that settles it, let's get moving. Well, look, it looks like as though we have to put our dinner plans on hold again, I'm afraid. Understand, Professor, I'm pretty hungry, but we shouldn't keep Big Luke waiting. Well, on what are we waiting for? Let's go. Oh man, yeah, the reading off like a lot of voices over a longer time definitely makes brains go blurr. Cannot even make that sound. Brrr. There we go. You there with the shady expression. Look me in the eyes when I talk to you. Buzz off, will you? I'm reading here. Listen, you hooligan, I'm acting under the authority of Scotland Yard, and I meant that you comply with my investigation. Scotland Yard. It's been a year since the police had any power in the city. No power, you say? You do well to take a close look at a man before you. The very sight of his face, and that's running for the hills. Oh, there, settle down. Somebody help me, this oddball's getting too close for comfort. Inspector, please calm down. Luke, not now, lad. I'm putting the screws in his dubious character here. Inspector, please, I can vouch for this man. He's just an ordinary citizen. Oh, so he's a friend of yours, Layton. You should have said so earlier. You're off the hook, newspaper boy, but listen well, because I only said it once. Thanks, I'm listening. The soul of Scotland Yard, and what it stands for is immortal. Even in a corrupt pit of depravity like that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got an investigation to attend to. Good day, Layton. Thanks for saving me from that loon. What was all that gibberish about the Scotland Yard about? Oh, the inspector doesn't mean any harm. He just tends to get a little worked up. I don't want to, but okay, she doesn't have any more riddles. Phew. It's not like she makes me uncomfortable. I should have talked to the lady, but I guess, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna talk to the lady. Foxy said had an issue, went away, you know. What kind of issue do you mean? Ah, the breeze today is just blissful. I wish my hubby. Okay, so that's the same. What kind of issue? Can't seem to open the door to the observatory. Really? Looks as though the door's locked with a puzzle. Oh yes, you're right. Worry not, Luke. I'll solve this puzzle and have us through the door before you know it. Oh yeah, no, that's normal, and that's because I'm looking downwards a little bit more and the lighting is off. Like, you know, since I'm looking more on the tablet, it does register that me looking down, so, you know, I recalibrated it a bit. Hopefully that may help a little, but I don't think so. Move the red and blue blocks to the space of the same color. Touch the arrow buttons at the bottom to rotate the board 90 degrees. Blocks fall downward when there's nothing beneath them. Ah, one of those riddles. Oops, wrong. Wait. There.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Maybe a bit better, actually. Nope, still
Just
switching.
as I suspected.
Yeah, that's the lighting mainly because it's in a dark room, and I have normally I have my second screen on, but I only have my tablet and the main screen on, and that's not particularly bright. So it doesn't register what I'm doing sometimes, and if I like down a chat or like anywhere on the like Reddit that's not like straight in emitted towards the camera, it like does that. And yes, I could have done it in 5 if I didn't miss up the directions, but yeah, there we are, Luke, the lock is disabled. And the door is open. Ew, that needs a bit of oiling. That's a nice view. Is that a pagoda? Thank you for meeting me here. I know it's out of your way. I wanted to make sure you weren't followed, and this place offers a good view of anyone approaching. Now then, have you made any progress in your investigation? We've encountered some unexpected turns, but on the whole it's going well. I can't believe I'm meeting Luke from the future. Oh, Flora, it's you. Didn't recognize you for a moment there. You'll have to forgive me, this is all a bit unexpected. It's nice to know that some things never change. I see you're still easily flustered. You didn't want to talk, Flora. As I recall, you got bright pink all at the drop of a hat. But it's good to see you all anyway. You look well. Flora's presence here is one of the unexpected turns I mentioned. Inspector Chelmy and Barton's are here as well. Well, I'm not too surprised by the inspector's arrival. That man lived for police work. Are you saying you expected him to tail us back here? Expected, no, but I acknowledged it as a possibility. Anyways, we really need to discuss how we're going to get into Chinatown. We haven't had a chance of getting through unless we get those guards to leave the gate. You found a way to lure them away, haven't you? Yes, see, the guards don't hang around that area all the time. They only man their position when Layton tells them to. In other words, my future self has some reason to post watchmen there now. I must confess that may be my fault. I've been doing a lot of reconnaissance in the area, may have been spotted. But a crucial point to remember is that the guards will leave their posts if the boss tells them to. I see, but how do we get my future self to issue that order? Fortunately, your future self almost never interacts directly with the lower-level grunts. He has his Lieutenant Bostro giving out the orders instead. I'm sure you remember him. He was the mountain of a man commanding the thugs at the casino. Ah yes, I know who you're talking about. If the thugs by the gate hear Bostro telling them to get lost, I'm sure they leave their post. Then all we need to do is record Bostro's voice and play it back for the guards. Well done, little Duke, but have you thought of how to reproduce Bostro's voice? Seem to remember you're picking a new friend near the river who boasts impressive vocal talents. Of course, you mean Pericles. We can get him to mimic Bostro's voice. That's the idea, so how do we get Pericles to learn how to say get lost in Bostro's voice? That could prove quite difficult. Not really get lost is something of a catchphrase for Bostro. He's always shouting it. Spent quite a few afternoons spraying on the man. He used it at least 12 times a day. It's not a very nice thing to say. Well, he's not a very nice fellow, as you may have noticed. That catchphrase is our ticket into Chinatown. We should start looking for him immediately. Excellent. Bostro's likely to be lurking somewhere in the vicinity of the casino. We'll need to be cautious, but I say we start searching for him there. But not today. I'm going to see who's currently streaming. Oh, I should know who I will watch after. Linkus is currently streaming Zelda to the Adventure of Link. He's a Zelda speedrunner and he never really played the Zelda games. Or this Zelda game, like he played all of the other Zelda games. I don't know if he played the Arga games, but he speedruns mainly like Wind Waker and such, and Ocarina of Time and such. So, mainly Wind Waker though at the moment. So, yeah, it's his first time playing it and it's hilarious. You guys know how it went for me and I had a save state, so yeah. Okay, Madame Juniper's still working on their knit scarf loop thing that with a color work. And then we have Little Arrow Soaps who's making more of the tiny mini-series bath bombs. I think let's rate Madame Juniper though. I don't think the bath bombs after like watching them being made the same every time is like that interesting, so yeah. Madame Juniper it is, I decided. You know, seeing them knit, I guess, can be quite cozy, plus they always have a riddle pinned on top of their chat. So if you wanna like, or I say a riddle, it's a puzzle. So if you wanna like puzzle, I guess that's also a good thing. There we go. I'm so tired. Oh, well, that's fine. I did that to myself. I'm working on the ship for that long and not realizing how late it already was because I wanted to finish everything on that. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow, same time again, hopefully a bit less yawny. And yeah, I will be continuing this, and then Thursdays I will be working on the ship. We're gonna paint a lot more. Hopefully we're gonna finish the paint job. I don't quite know yet. Like the priming of most of the parts I'm gonna do beforehand. But some parts I'm not gonna do. Plus we have to paint all of the lines because parts of them are covered in superglue, parts are not. So if I would weather it, you would see like the plasticky bits that the superglue basically is soaked into. So I need to paint all of them, and let me tell you, it's a lot. We shall find a way to do that relatively quickly, but yeah. That's Thursday's plan, but yeah, I hope you all will have a lovely Tuesday and have a lovely morning, noon, afternoon, even at nighttime, whatever time zone you're in. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, as I said, see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.